Hey guys, Andrew Pickett here today to talk to you guys about the front headlock. I force my high school kids to work the front headlock every day for two reasons. It's a very common position people get in all the time. And second, it's a move that allows your slower, less explosive athletes to score offensive points. All right, when I teach the front headlock, I like to start in it and show the basics of it, and then I step back and show wrestlers how to get into this position. So first thing I'm looking for, right in the middle of his back, I want my shoulder right there. Then I'm going to keep a short elbow. I'm going to keep this elbow short, close to my side, and I'm going to grab his chin with that. So I go elbow in the back, grab the chin, and then I'm actually going to end up turning this way. So I'm really going to drive that shoulder into his back. And then I like to pull this arm up away from his body. Okay, so the first basic score that I teach is jaking him to the mat. Now, when I'm in this position, I can't leave my front leg up close enough for him to grab. So part of my shoulder going in, my shoulder's going to go in with that pressure. This leg's back far enough that he can't reach it. And so what I'm going to do here, we call it a jake. I'm going to pull on this arm. I'm going to pull on his neck. As I'm keeping that pressure in his back, I'm going to sprawl back and I'm going to spread him out. So I jump back 6 to 8 inches. I pull here, jake him to the mat. Then from here, I can keep jaking. And if I can break him down, then I'm in my spin behind position. So I'm going to break, pull, block, go behind, which we covered that in our first video. I'll go ahead and link it down at the bottom. Okay, this next one, I'm going to jake him to the mat, and then I'm going to shoot to a cradle. So right here, jake, get him to the mat. Right here, I usually like to give him another jake on the mat here, and then I'm going to step this way. I'm going to shoot to a cradle. So I put my head in his side. I'm bending his head with me. Shoot over to this leg. I really trap this calf. As I reach through, I lock up. My forearm's trapping his calf. Other forearm's trapping his head. My forehead is right inside of his hip. And then I'm just going to go on my toes, drive forward, knock him to his hip. And then I'm going to drive past, put my forehead on the mat, spread my legs out wide. Okay, this next one, I'm going to break him down. I'm going to shoot for that single so I can get that cradle, and he's going to try to block me. Sometimes guys think they can put their arms out or something to block, and I'm just going to hit him with the cement mixer when he does that. So I'm right here. I'm going to pull hard, sprawl back, take him to the mat. Right here, I'm going to go to shoot to it, and he's going to think that he can trap me or block me or something. So when he does that, I'm going to cave this down. And then right here, I trap that down forearm to forearm on the mat. I'm going to tuck my head behind his pin. I keep him tight to my body. Cement mixer roll through. Come out the back. Got the head trapped, arm trapped. Now, the toughest wrestlers are not going to go to the mat. So you're going to jake them, but they're not going to go to the mat. And that's okay. I'm going to use this to get a cradle on the feet. I'm going to try to get him to step that leg. So I'm going to jake. As I circle, I want him to step that leg. If he does, I can shoot to it, get my cradle. Jake, he steps it. I shoot my single, knee down by the heel, grab around here. I've already got it locked up. I keep my forehead right in his hip. I'm just going to drive him to the mat, forearm or forehead right in his hip until he touches the mat. Then I bring my forehead to the mat, spread my legs as wide as I can, keep that lock for the fall. When I go for that cradle on my feet against the strongest wrestlers, they're going to arch up, and I'm actually going to lose the head, but it's going to turn into a single. So still same setup. I'm still going for the jake. I get him to step that leg so I can shoot to it. Here, When I go to shoot to it, he postures up his back. I actually lose that head, and now it turns into a single leg. All right, next one's going to be a double leg. I'm going to do the same exact motion. I'm jacking. I'm going to look to grab this leg as he steps forward, and he's going to posture his head up and actually give me the double leg. So I'm right here, I'm heavy pressure. I get him to step. I grab this leg, and I kind of let his head pop up, and then I'm right in the double leg position, and I just continue that way, finish my leg. As I'm doing this, I'll bait him to get his head to pop out by loosening my grip up here. So I pull him. Once I grab that leg, I kind of give him a way out so his head pops out, and I just step to that elbow. All right, so this next one, I'm going to attack this leg, and same motion as before. He's going to step it back and give me the cross side cradle. So I'm still right here, still heavy pressure. I get him to step. I go to hit it, he moves it out. I'm going to shoot to this knee under and this hand across that leg. At the same time, my head pops through to that side. Then I'm going to fall down, let my head bounce out of here. As that happens, I lock up. Then I'm going to drive until my forehead can reach the mat on the other side with legs wide for my pin. All right, now I've shown my favorite finishes. I want to talk about setting up, getting to that position. The most common one is when opponent shoots in. So he's going to shoot in, and I'm going to go for that same elbow into my side, short arm, grab the chin with my shoulder on his back. Opposite arm grabs the tricep. I'm going to go for that position with my sprawl when he shoots in. All right, my next setup, I like to do a fake. So I'm going to have my lead leg fake, and with my hands, I'm going to keep them out in front of my leg so I'm not giving up any position. I'm going to fake, and all I need is for his feet to move back a tiny bit, and then he'll be ready for my snap. So I fake, he steps back, my hands are already in position right here. I just bring them up. One hand comes to a club, other hand comes to tricep. I'm going to snap him right into my knee. And as I do that, I'm going to pull back my knee and catch him in the front headlock. All right, now when you snap them down, they don't always go to the mat, and that's okay. That's why I always have my wrestlers start in the upper front headlock, the standing neutral front headlock. So aside from faking and snapping, you can go right to the snap. The way that I like to do it is I start in with my inside ties. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to a forearm shiver here, puts my hand 6 to 8 inches above his head, and then I'm going to go for a snap down on the top of his head. And as I do that, then this transitions back to the chin. This shoulder transitions to there. At the same time, I pull my leg back so he can't grab it. All right, guys, thanks for joining us today. We went over the front headlock series. I love it as a way to score, not only because you're in that position all the time, but it also gives less explosive wrestlers an easy way to score offensive points. Thanks for watching to the end. Let's get a break on the clap. Ready?
Over the front headlock series.